I'll call this meeting of the Lake Mills City Council to order for Tuesday, August 6th of 2024. Misty, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Curler?
Here.
Ms. Schmager?
Here.
Ms. Quidno?
Here.
Mr. Fields?
Here.
And Mr. Waters previously informed staff that he'd be unavailable for this evening's meeting.
Okay, thank you very much. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we know if the speaker, if we can turn the speaker up?
Oh, Misty, your volume was a little bit quiet, so I don't know where that can be adjusted, but just wanted to let you know that. So our next agenda item is Councilmember Board Reports and Acceptance of Meeting Minutes. So we have the City Council minutes from July 16th, Parks Board from June 3rd, and the Ad Hoc Committee on Urban Forest Management. We have 2 sets of minutes from June 3rd and June 13th. Are there any comments or corrections on any of those minutes? Okay, seeing none, I will accept all of those into the record then. So our next agenda item is correspondence. Mary, would you like to go first?
Sure. I had just 3 different topics for correspondence. One is the mill pond. The second is E. coli testing at the public piers. And the third is I was sent a link to an approach to remove E. coli from stormwater effluent, which I passed on to Randy.
Great, thank you very much. Jean?
I had kind of a quiet email, but I did receive an email about an issue at Sandy Beach parking, which I forwarded on to Steve Schrader, and then as well as some information about Westlake Street Terrace and the trees in that area, which has been forwarded on to Eric.
Great, thank you. Steve?
I received a few emails. I think it was the same one for the Sandy Beach parking ticket email. Also received an email from the Rock Lake Improvement Association on enhanced wakes. I got copied on a letter from the Sandy Beach organization on golf cart use along Sandy Beach, along the park and up to the bowling alley. And then received an invite from the Rock Lake Association for the 20th of this month. They're having a social hour. That takes care of me.
Great, thank you. I also received everything that Steve just listed on the golf cart use, the parking ticket, the RLAC celebration for their calisthenics station. I was copied on a correspondence sent to the Parks Board about the mill pond. I was copied on correspondence sent to the Joint Rock Lake Committee about pervious pavement and recommendations for Sandy Beach parking lot. And then I received, a couple of individual communications. One, a citizen that's very interested in renewable energy and wants to know what the city is doing to reduce our carbon emissions, which I responded to and also sent to Randy to provide some comments. Received a correspondence about the event banners over Highway 89, and I guess apparently now there's a DOT permit that's required for those. So I got some information about that. I was notified about the dam operation controls. And just today I got a question about what to do if you're concerned that your neighbor's lawns are not being maintained and are too long. So, and I'm assuming that would just be a sort of a routine, file the complaint with the building inspector? Or?
It's to Director Schreiner.
To the Parks and Forestry, okay. Thank you very much. So that's my list. Okay, our next item is questions and public comment. I don't see anybody in the room here, but I will read the paragraph out just in case. So the public is encouraged to address the council at this time regarding items on the agenda. Public comments may also be made on items that are not on the agenda if you've registered with the city clerk before the meeting has been called to order. The state's open meetings law discourages actions by the council on items not listed on the agenda. Please keep your comments limited to 3 minutes. State your name and address when starting your comments, and fill out the sign-in sheet provided. If anyone is attending online, please type your name and address in the chat feature. So is there anyone that would like to address the council tonight and provide public comment? Okay, I don't see anyone online or in the room, so we will close the public comment period tonight. And our next agenda item is the city manager's report. We've got a couple of reports from the fire department and Ryan Brothers Ambulance.
Yep, the fire department and EMS reports are included. Cody from Ryan Brothers is also here for his quarterly appearance if there's any specific questions of him. Otherwise, if there's any questions, I'm happy to try and answer them.
Does anyone have any questions for Cody from Ryan Brothers or for staff? I have one question on the fire department reports, and it's just kind of a semantics thing. I don't know why I haven't noticed it before, but they're on some of the tables where it refers to the basic incident zone, and it's a city or township or out of service area, and then there's a basic incident city name. And in the city names, some of them say City of Lake Mills and others just say Lake Mills. So if it just says Lake Mills, does that imply that it's the township? I just was never,
I believe so, yes.
so that would mean that it's the town if it doesn't say City of. Okay. All right, just checking on that. Thank you. Anything else to report, Drake?
Nope, not tonight.
Okay. All right, so we'll move on to council business. Our first 3 items are tavern operator license applications. So we will take those one at a time. And we've received, the council has received application materials and other information from staff for each of these applications. So the first one is the tavern operator license application for Tiffany Elaine Rice. So if a council member has any questions for staff, please let me know. Otherwise, I will entertain a motion.
I would like to make a motion to grant Tiffany Elaine Rice a tavern operator license.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion from Ms. Schmaker and a second from Ms. Quednow. Any discussion? Okay, if not, can we have a roll call vote, please, on the tavern operator license application for Tiffany Elaine Rice?
Ms. Schmager?
Aye.
Ms. Quidnow?
Aye.
Mr. Fields?
Aye.
Ms. Curler?
No.
Motion passes 3-1.
Okay, the next one is a tavern operator license application for Leslie Ann Bolinger. And again, if there are any questions for staff, please speak up. Otherwise, someone can make a motion.
I move to grant Leslie Ann Bolinger tavern operator license application to be granted, sorry.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Quidnow, seconded by Mr. Fields. Any discussion? Okay, if not, can we have a roll call vote, please, on the tavern operator license application for Leslie Ann Bolinger?
Ms. Quidnow?
Aye.
Mr. Fields?
Aye.
Ms. Curler?
No.
Ms. Schmager?
No.
Motion fails.
Okay, thank you. And the third one is the tavern operator license application for April Lynn Triplett. So if there are any questions, please speak up, or someone can please make a motion. Is there a motion for the April Lynn Triplett application?
I move to grant April Ann Triplett tavern operator license.
Motion by Ms. Quidnow, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Schmaker. Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none, can we have a roll call vote, please, on the Tavern Operator License Application for April Lynn Triplett?
Mr. Fields?
No.
Ms. Curler?
No.
Ms. Schmager?
No.
Ms. Quidnow?
Aye.
Motion fails.
Okay, thank you. I assume it's, would be standard practice that the applicants would be notified of the outcome of their applications in writing, so, okay, thank you. Okay, next item on our agenda is Resolution 24-55 related to audit services for 2024. Misty, would you read the title of that resolution, please?
City Council Resolution 24-55, authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement between the City of Lake Mills and Hawkins Ash CPA.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
I move to approve Resolution 24-55, authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement between the City of Lake Mills and Hawkins Ash CPA.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Quidnow, seconded by Ms. Schmager. Staff, anything, we have a memo, I guess, from Sam. Is there anything else you'd like to add or summarize?
No, I put everything in the memo. They've been with us since 1994. Our contract ended with the 2023, so I asked Chuck to do a memorandum of understanding for 2024 services.
So this would be continuing the existing contract for another year then, basically, okay.
Here's a question. I noticed in the last memorandum of understanding that it covered a 3-year period. And so I'm just curious if there's a reason why this is only 1 year, and would it have made a difference with the increase like in rates if it had been multi-year?
It wouldn't have made a difference with the increase. Chuck gave me the percentages that it went up, and I also verified that with the last contract, that over the last several years, it's been a very low increase. And due to that, that's the reason he did a 5% for this year. It wouldn't have been any cheaper going with an extended contract. I'll be back for, obviously, the past, unless we go out for RFP for new audit services.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? Okay, hearing none, can we please have a roll call vote on Resolution 24-55, which is authorizing audit services for 2024 with Hawkins Ash CPA?
Ms. Curler?
Aye.
Ms. Schmager?
Aye.
Ms. Quidnow?
Aye.
Mr. Fields?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you. Next item is Resolution 24-56, which is authorizing use of council contingency funds for a work session. Misty, would you read the title of that resolution, please?
City Council Resolution 24-56, resolution authorizing the use of council contingency funds for the facilitation of the City Council goal-setting work session.
Thank you. Drake, why don't we just have you give a little explanation of this before I...
Sure. So the council goal-setting work session's on the 21st of this month. In order to facilitate that process, I've identified a facilitator, a contractor to come in and assist in that process. The company is called The Perk. Corey Hoffman and Emily Smith will be our two facilitators. The cost of those services is approximately $5,000, and then there's additional funds authorized for dinner that evening for council and any staff that attend.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion, please?
I'll move to approve Resolution 2456, authorizing the use of council contingency funds for the facilitation of the City Council goal-setting work session.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Fields, seconded by Ms. Quidnow. I just have a brief follow-up question. So we'll have that work session, they'll be facilitating it. Will they also be providing services to sort of like summarize the results, prepare some kind of a documentation for us?
There will be a work product at the end of it as well to
Okay.
summarize and, I guess, somewhat codify the outcome and goals that are set by the council during the session.
Sounds good, thank you.
Can I ask a follow-up
Yeah,
question?
absolutely.
Will there be more than one work session with this particular group?
No, not
Just one?
not under not under the funds that are being authorized tonight.
Got it.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, can we have a roll call vote, please, on Resolution 24-54, which is authorizing the use of council contingency funds for a city council work session facilitator?
Ms. Schmager?
Aye.
Ms. Quidnow?
Aye.
Mr. Fields?
Aye.
Ms. Curler?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you. Next item is Resolution 24-57, which is the Sandy Beach Food Truck Agreement for the Shiver Shack. Is there a motion, please?
I will move, I'll make a motion to move Resolution 2457, Sandy Beach Food Truck Agreement, the Shiver Shack truck, forward.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Schmager, seconded by Ms. Quidnow. Staff?
Really nothing additional to add. This is our lease template. No substantive changes from other leases this body has approved. It's for the remainder of this season.
Thank you, and I see that we have Director Schreiner on the line as well, if anybody would have any questions for him. Are there any questions on this item?
I do.
Yeah.
What's the end of the season, technically?
It's defined in the lease as after Labor Day,
Perfect, thank you.
when the regular activities at the beach kind of cool down.
Okay.
There is an automatic renewal, but it requires notice of intent to renew, and that's in the lease as well.
Yeah, I see that here. I just didn't see the definition of the time. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, if not, we have a roll call vote, please, on Resolution 24-57, which is the Sandy Beach Food Truck Agreement with Shiver Shack Truck.
Ms. Quidnow?
Aye.
Mr. Fields?
Aye.
Ms. Curler?
Aye.
Ms. Schmager?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you. That concludes council business for this evening. So our next agenda item is recommendations for future agendas. And as Drake just noted, we do have a work session coming up on August 21st. Our next regular meeting is on August 20th. Any thoughts on what we can expect to see that day?
We will have the action for the city council to discuss referendum language for the Sandy Beach restaurant. So bids will be received and opened on the 19th, and you will see them all on the 20th. So it won't be included in your packet that goes out on Friday, but we will bring it with us on Tuesday evening and send it as early as we can. And then it's possible we will also see the capital improvement plan on the 20th. It's possible that might be the first meeting in September, but we're aiming for the 20th. And then, of course, in September, we will begin our budgeting process. So I will have my initial budget presentation in September, and we will start that process.
Sounds good. Any other suggestions from council members? Okay. Well, with that, we have completed our agenda, and so I will call this meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.